The NFL draft is approaching. It is set for April 23rd through 25th, and joining us via Skype is a young man who anticipates hearing his name called. Christian Angulo is a defensive back who played at Hampton University. Christian, how crazy has this period been for you where you haven't had the ability to visit team facilities and none can come see you either?
Man, I'll begin by saying I feel as though nobody foresaw this coming. So at this point, it's more about how you react to the situation, and it's more about your faith. So I've been controlling what I can control, just as far as continuing to work out, not getting discouraged at all, and just keeping my faith in the Lord.
Okay, so this pandemic has made everything abnormal. So what's been the most difficult or challenging part about this process, since you are not able to have any in-person contact with teams and since they are all operating from outside of their facilities?
I think the one thing that is a little unfortunate, I was really looking forward to displaying my athleticism on Pro Day, just across the board, as well as just showing teams that I'm a bigger corner, but I'm still able to move efficiently. So I think that's one of the biggest things. But like I said, it's more about keeping your faith in the Lord and just doing what you can.
And I'm going to ask you about your length as a corner in a second, but you mentioned Pro Day. Not only was it canceled at Hampton, but the first ever HBCU Combine, which would have been in Miami late last month, was also canceled. How do you push past the disappointment of that, knowing there's still a chance for you to realize your dream of making it to the NFL?
Yeah, one thing my college coach, Coach Prunty, always told me was never get too high and never get too low. So although it was a blessing to even be invited and considered within those 50 guys, it's more so about, controlling what you can control and understanding that everything will happen the way it's supposed to. So.
All right, good advice. Well, let me ask you about your season as a Hampton Pirate, second team All-Big South as a defensive back, and being 6'2", you're one of those tall, long-armed DBs that coaches seem to love more and more nowadays. How much do you think that's going to help you moving forward?
Moving forward, I think in today's game, receivers are so athletic, and you never want to let them run around freely. You want to be disruptive at the line of scrimmage. You want to throw the timing off of their routes. You want to make it as uncomfortable as possible for them to get open. So I think me being 6'2", and being blessed with my length and my size and my athleticism, I'll be able to be very disruptive at the line of scrimmage.
All right, final question for you. Where will you be watching the draft? Do you have any big plans for it?
No, sir, I haven't thought about it up to this point as far as where I'll be watching it. I haven't really thought up to that point. So.
Dream scenario, if you had to pick one of the 32 teams, do you have a favorite? I know you're from Tampa. You're talking to us from Tampa. Tom Brady's a Buck. A lot of excitement in Tampa, Florida. Is that the dream scenario for you, or do you have one among the other 31 teams?
Nah, it'll be a blessing to be a part of any organization. I just want to be a part of an organization where it's a family environment, organization where I can learn from some of the veteran guys and have a good relationship with the coaching staff as well as players.
Christian Angulo, second team All-Big South defensive back for Hampton University. Always good to speak with a fellow HU Pirate. Best of luck to you, Christian. Thanks for joining us here on BNC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys having me on your guys' show also.
What a respectful young man.
I was just thinking that. Polite young man.
Yeah, well, you know what's interesting, Laverne? He probably learned that at Hampton University, the finest institution on the face of the earth.
Did you happen to go there?
You know what? Yes, I did.
Imagine that.
Yeah, no wonder he's such a kind and polite young man.
Absolutely.
No, we wish Christian the very best. The NFL draft begins 2 weeks from tomorrow. So hopefully he will hear his name called over the course of those 3 days, April 23rd through 25th.
And if he does, I smell endorsements coming for him.
How about that? Can obviously play, and yeah.
He'd be a great spokesperson.
Yeah. Good-looking guy, smart guy. Why not?
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.